So the New Orleans Pelicans have not been a very good team for the past few years. They've been able to draft Chris Paul and Anthony Davis, but not really bring them to a championship. They drafted Zion Williamson and traded for Brandon Ingram, which is a very good start to rebuild. So I'm going to help them. First things first, we're going to trade for Victor Oladipo. We're trading JJ Redick and Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes being a very good center who can, drive to the basket, and catch alley-oops, who should be able to fit very well with Domantas Sabonis. Now, this team is far from a contender with Victor Oladipo, so we're going to sign Courtney Lee to be our backup shooting guard because we need someone who can hit threes consistently. And now here is the lineup. It's not looking very horrible, I might say. Could be better though. Now, it's obvious this team is going to be very reliant on the pick and roll because, first of all, our one very good shooter is Brandon Ingram. Everybody else on this lineup can't really shoot. So I'm expecting Victor Oladipo to step up his three-point shooting, same with Zion. Obviously, Steven Adams isn't going to do much offensively, but he is going to be the main guy on the boards because we want Zion to solely focus, on scoring and defense. Rebounding, playmaking, everything else, we're going to have to leave that to the other players. Another thing, I'm expecting us to be a top 10 defense in the NBA because we have both Victor Oladipo and Ingram, Eric Bledsoe in the starting lineup. And we also have Lonzo Ball off the bench, not to mention Steven Adams' insane rim protecting. Offensively, we might be a mid-range team with bad scoring from three, which is something I don't really like because I like my teams to be, pick and pops, off screen, shot three, everything around the three-pointer. But it doesn't look like we're going to be able to build a team around that. Our bench is kind of better shooting threes somehow, with Willie Hernan-Gomez being a decent floor splacer. I don't know how to say his name, Melly, him being a nice three-point shooter. Josh Hart can sort of hit the three. Courtney Lee was brought in to hit threes. And Lonzo Ball is a decent three-point shooter as well. So off the bench, our three-point shooting is a lot better than the starting lineup, which is kind of weird once you think about it, but I don't know who to bench yet. I might actually bench Steven Adams sometimes because if I can get Zion Williamson to be, the main rim protector, then that could be pretty good. Now, in this game against the Raptors, they were dominant. The defense, as you can see, was insane. No easy baskets except for that one by Pascal Siakam, but the defense was very good and rough. Just the way you like it. Pause. But as you can see here, I need Brandon. Sorry, not why do I keep saying Brandon Ingram? I need Eric Bledsoe to become quite a nice ball handler. I need him to shoot. I don't need him to shoot. I need him to just throw alley-oops a lot. Because once you have Zion Williamson on your team, you need a good playmaker to give him some lobs. As you can see right there, we're getting destroyed on the defensive end. But somehow the game is still tied at 10-10 with 6 minutes left, which is, I don't know why I just said we're getting destroyed on defense. And in reality, the defense is exactly what I want it to be. The problem is the offense isn't what I want it to be, as Brandon Ingram struggles heavily throughout the entire game, and so does pretty much everybody else, except for a person named frickin' Zion Williamson. For the future, I definitely want Zion to become a much better shooter. I want him to be a threat from three, but with his jumper in 2K, that's going to be a problem whenever I'm playing with him. Now, I've decided that I might change a few of the jumpers, mainly Courtney Lee, Victor Oladipo, and Zion Williamson. Now, after this game, I did change Courtney Lee's and Victor Oladipo's base because they are so bad that it hurts to wash. Now, yes, Courtney Lee is an ugly shooter, but his base is so bad and so slow that I kind of had to change it. Victor Oladipo's release isn't bad, but his legs aren't realistic. I changed the release to, I believe, Larry Bird, because if you guys see, when he jumps, he doesn't really jump very high, so Larry Bird base should be good, and not to mention, it's a very good jumper as well. And we get a charge instantly, which, it happens a lot in 2K21 Next Gen. I have no idea why. So right now we see us making some substitutions. Nico Melli at center should be very good because, we have Zion and Nico can shoot threes, but Nico has not really worked out the way I want him to. He's been very inconsistent from three. He's just not been very good. And remember, this is pre-recorded. During this, I noticed that I was playing horrible offense, man. Now, what I expect from everybody stats-wise is, pretty similar to what I do in real life. I'm expecting Eric Bledsoe to be a 12 to 15 point per game scorer with solid defense. I'm expecting Victor Oladipo to be a 16 to 20 point per game scorer with, yet again, solid defense. Steven Adams, I'm expecting at least 8 to 10 points with 10 rebounds and at least 2 blocks per game. Now, Brandon Ingram, I do expect a lot from him as he hits that 3 right there. I expect him to be a 25 to 26 point per game scorer because that's what I expect him to be, and it's what I believe he can be in real life as well. Zion, let's say Zion with 22 to 23 points because, he's solid enough to get that, and he doesn't really need the ball in his hands a lot. I'll be happy with 18 points, though. I will be okay with that. And then, finally, we get to the bench. Lonzo Ball, at least 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, which would be solid for him. Courtney Lee, at least, 5 to 6 points on solid shooting splits. Josh Hart, who's the backup small forward, he could have, around 7 to 8 points off the bench would be nice for him. Nico Melli, I'm expecting 7 points for him, which is, 1 point more than he had last season, but I'm expecting him to be a much better shooter. And then finally, Willy Hernangomez, I have no idea what to expect from him because he's very inconsistent. Last year, he was very bad from 3, but the year before that, he was very solid from 3. In 2K, he's always a solid player, but I don't know what I'm going to get. So if it's something, 50% from the field goal, 5 points, 5 rebounds, I'll be okay with that, I guess. And whoa, just like that, we jumped to the fourth quarter. Why? Because this game was very, very boring, but I only played it because it was the first game of the season. Now, we did not do very well against the Raptors. Our perimeter defense was not what I wanted it to be, and I don't know what to say because Fred VanVleet hit some stupidly and absurd shots during the game. I would highlight it, but it's just, yet again, it was a boring game. It was just, who can hit threes, contested pretty much. Next game will be a lot more interesting. I promise a lot more Zion lobs, a lot more Brandon Ingram three-pointers, and a lot more posterizers. But all in all, I can't say I'm very disappointed with the outcome of the game because, Toronto is a very good team. And while they're not contenders, neither are we. The Victor Oladipo move was pretty much just to gain another scorer, another defensive player. Well, I do kind of regret trading JJ Redick. I do believe it was the only way for us to get Victor Oladipo, which actually helps us out a lot more than JJ Redick ever could. Do I believe JJ Redick is a very good shooter? Yes. Do I believe he could greatly benefit us? Yes, but I believe going the defensive route against point guards helps us out a lot more. This is going to be the end. Leave a like and subscribe, please.